For 3 weeks, I searched the Japanese countryside for a man they call the lazy old man. A 78-year-old who sleeps only 4 hours but exercises more than everyone else in his village. No coffee, no supplements, simply a system so efficient that the locals say it's unfair. When I finally found him, I expected resistance. Instead, he smiled and said, "Did you come all this way to ask me questions? I'll tell you everything I know because the world needs to know." What happened next changed everything I know about sleep and energy. He gave me 4 rules. 4 rules that turned 4 hours of sleep into more energy than most people get with 8. This is his story. In his words, this is the unfair advantage.
Sit. Listen. I will teach you what your culture has forgotten about sleep. You sleep like a broken machine. Let me show you why. Last night, you think you slept 8 hours, but you didn't sleep 8 hours. You rested 8 hours. There is a difference, and this difference is why you are tired. I am 78 years old. I sleep for hours. You are 30, maybe 40 years old. You sleep 8 hours, yet I wake up sharp, clear, ready. You wake up foggy, heavy, reaching for coffee. Why? Because you do not understand compression. When I was young, I slept like you. Long, broken, useless sleep. I would lie in bed for 8, 9, even 10 hours, but I was always tired. My grandfather, he was a fisherman. He watched me stumble through mornings and finally said, "You sleep like a rich man. Lots of time, no results." He taught me what I now teach you. The first rule of true rest is compression, not sleeping less, sleeping perfectly. Let me explain what happens when you sleep. You think you close your eyes and wake up 8 hours later. No, you wake up 30, 40, maybe 50 times every night. You don't remember, but your body does. Scientists call these micro-awakenings. Your brain surfaces from deep sleep, checks the environment. Am I safe? Is there danger? Then drops back down. This is evolution. For 200,000 years, humans slept in caves, in forests, with predators nearby. Your brain developed an alarm system. Wake up every few minutes, scan for threats, go back to sleep. This saved your ancestors' lives. But you sleep in a locked room, in a safe house, in a quiet neighborhood. There is no tiger. There is no enemy tribe. Yet your brain still wakes you up to check, again and again and again. Each time you wake up, even for 5 seconds, it takes your brain 10, sometimes 15 minutes to fall back into deep sleep. If you wake 30 times, you lose 5 to 7 hours fighting to fall back asleep. You are in bed for 8 hours, but you only get 1 or 2 hours of real, restorative sleep. This is why you are tired. You are not sleeping. You are interrupting yourself all night. I fix this with what I call the compression protocol. 2 parts, very simple, very powerful. Part 1. Before I sleep, I perform the safety scan. Every night, no exceptions. I sit on the edge of my futon for exactly 2 minutes. I look at every corner of my room. I touch the walls with my hands. I check the window. I say out loud, in Japanese, "I am safe. There is no danger." My body can rest completely. You think this is ritual, superstition. No, this is neuroscience. Your amygdala, the ancient part of your brain that triggers fear, this is what wakes you up at night. It is paranoid. It thinks every sound is a threat. By performing a conscious safety check before sleep, I satisfy the amygdala's paranoia. I tell it, I already checked. You don't need to wake me. After 1 week of this ritual, your body begins to trust you. After 1 month, you sleep without interruption. After 1 year, you sleep like stone, solid, unbroken, deep. Part 2. If I do wake up during the night, and this still happens, maybe once or twice, I have exactly 2 minutes to fall back asleep. Not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, 2 minutes. If I take longer, I break the compression. My brain thinks it's morning and starts to wake up completely. My technique is this: when I wake, I do not open my eyes. I do not move my body. I do not think about anything. I just count my breaths. Inhale for counts. Hold for counts. Exhale for counts. That's all. My brain is simple. When it feels me breathing slowly, with my eyes closed and body still, it thinks, oh, we are still sleeping. Within 90 seconds, maybe less, I drop back into deep sleep. No effort, no struggle. I tested this for 40 years. It works every time. You must understand, most people rest. I sleep. When I am in bed for hours, I am truly asleep for 3 hours and 50 minutes. When you are in bed for 8 hours, you are truly asleep for maybe 2 hours. You waste 6 hours lying there, fighting your own brain. In Japan, we have 2 words. Kaisoku, this means rest, just lying down, being inactive. Then we have swimmen, this means true sleep, deep, unbroken, restorative sleep. Most people only know kaisoku. I live in swimmen. Compression sleep is not about sleeping less. It is about wasting nothing. Every minute I am asleep, I am truly asleep. No interruptions, no fractured cycles, just pure, concentrated restoration. Think of it like this. You can leave coal sitting under the sun for 100 years. It will still be coal. But put coal under intense pressure for 1 hour, and it becomes a diamond. Same material, different process. Compression creates value. Your 8 hours of broken sleep is coal. My 4 hours of compressed sleep is diamond. This is the first rule. Master compression, and you will never need coffee again. You will wake up with more energy in 4 hours than you ever had in 8. But compression is only the beginning. The second rule is what makes this system truly unfair. Now I will teach you about Inemuri. You call it napping, but you do it wrong, so it makes you more tired instead of more awake. In the West, you have guilt about napping. You think, if I sleep during the day, I am lazy. I am wasting time. I am weak. So you fight your tiredness with caffeine, with willpower, with suffering. This is stupid. In Japan, we have a different understanding. Inemuri means to be present while sleeping. It is the art of the strategic nap, not hiding in your bed for 2 hours like a sick person. No, a precise, calculated rest that multiplies your energy. Let me tell you what happened to me when I was 35 years old. I was working in a factory in Osaka. Long hours, hard work. I was sleeping 7 hours at night, but every afternoon around 2 or 3 p.m., I would hit a wall. My eyes would get heavy. My mind would get slow. I would drink green tea, splash water on my face, slap my cheeks. Nothing worked. One day, my supervisor, an old man, maybe 70, he saw me struggling. He said, "You're fighting the tide. You will lose. Instead, ride the wave." He taught me the Inemuri system, and it changed everything. Here is what you must understand. Your body has a natural energy cycle. Scientists call it the circadian rhythm. Most people know about the big cycle: awake during day, asleep at night. But there is also a smaller cycle inside each day. Around 1 to 3 p.m., your body temperature drops slightly, your alertness decreases, and your brain demands rest. This is not weakness. This is biology. Every human experiences this dip. Even if you slept 10 hours the night before, you can fight it, or you can use it. The strategic nap works like this. When you feel the afternoon dip coming, usually between 1 and 3 p.m., you immediately take a 20-minute nap. Not 15 minutes, not 30 minutes. Exactly 20 minutes. Why 20 minutes? Because of your sleep stages. When you fall asleep, your brain goes through stages. First, light sleep. This is stages 1 and 2. This takes about 5 to 20 minutes. Then, deep sleep, stages 3 and 4. This is where your brain becomes very slow, your body becomes very heavy. If you wake up from deep sleep, you feel terrible, groggy, confused, angry. Americans call this sleep inertia. The 20-minute nap is designed to catch only light sleep. You dip into stage 2, get some restoration, then wake up before hitting deep sleep. The result? You feel sharp, clear, energized, like you just rebooted your brain. But here's the secret most people miss. The nap must be uncomfortable. Yes, uncomfortable. Not lying in your bed under warm blankets. That triggers deep sleep. Instead, I nap sitting up, in a chair, sometimes even standing and leaning against a wall. My body stays slightly tense, slightly alert. This prevents me from dropping into deep sleep. I get the restoration without the grogginess. In Japan, you see this everywhere. Businessmen sleeping on trains, students sleeping in libraries, sitting up, old women napping on park benches. We are not lazy. We are strategic. We understand that 20 minutes of rest now gives us 3 hours of high performance later. When I started doing this at the factory, my productivity doubled. In the morning, I would work for 4 hours, strong, focused, fast. Then at 1 p.m., I would find a quiet corner, sit in a chair, set a timer for 20 minutes, and sleep. When I woke up, I had another 4 hours of strong work in me. My co-workers, they fought through the afternoon in a fog, making mistakes, working slow. The supervisor told me, most people think energy is about pushing harder, but energy is like a sword. If you use it all day without sharpening it, it becomes dull and useless. The 20-minute nap is how you sharpen yourself. Now, here is the advanced technique, the caffeine nap. Right before I take my 20-minute nap, I drink a small cup of green tea. Not after the nap, before. You think, but won't the caffeine keep you awake? No. Caffeine takes about 20 to 30 minutes to enter your bloodstream and reach your brain. So I drink the tea, immediately lie down, sleep for 20 minutes, and when I wake up, the caffeine is just kicking in. The result is incredible. I get the restoration from the nap, plus the alertness from the caffeine, both hitting at the same time. It feels like a superpower. One moment I'm tired, 20 minutes later I'm unstoppable. I've done this almost every day for 40 years. The nap is not optional, it is part of the system. It is how I turn 4 hours of night sleep into the equivalent of 8 or 9 hours. But you must be disciplined. The nap must be exactly 20 minutes. If you sleep 40 minutes, 60 minutes, you will wake up destroyed. I use a timer. Always, no exceptions. And you must not feel guilty. This is not laziness. This is optimization. You are not avoiding work. You are preparing for work. Americans think rest is the opposite of productivity. They are wrong. Rest is the fuel of productivity. The strategic nap is how you refuel in the middle of the day, so you never run out of energy. I sleep for hours at night. I nap 20 minutes in the afternoon. That is for hours and 20 minutes total. But the quality is so high, the compression is so perfect, that I outwork people who sleep 8 or 9 hours and never nap. They think I'm superhuman. I'm not. I just understand the system. This is the second rule. Compress your night's sleep. Sharpen yourself with the strategic nap. Together, these two rules will give you more energy than you've ever had. But energy alone is not enough. The third rule is about timing. When you sleep matters more than how much you sleep. Double quotes, most people try to fight the sun. This is why they fail. You think you are modern. You think technology has freed you from nature. You stay awake under artificial lights until midnight, 1 a.m., sometimes 2 a.m. Then you wonder why your sleep feels broken, why you wake up exhausted even after 8 hours. Let me tell you something. Your body is 200,000 years old. Your electric lights are 150 years old. Who do you think will win this fight? I learned this rule the hard way. When I was 40, I moved to Tokyo for work. Big city, bright lights everywhere. Convenience stores open 24 hours. I thought, finally, I am free from the rhythm of the village. I can work whenever I want, sleep whenever I want. So I started staying up late, working until 11 p.m., midnight, watching television, reading under bright lights. I would finally go to bed at 1 or 2 a.m., sleep until 9 or 10 a.m., still getting 8 hours. I thought, still getting rest, but I felt terrible, heavy, slow. My mind was foggy. My energy was gone. I started needing coffee just to function. I gained weight. My mood was dark. I went to a doctor. He ran tests. Everything was normal. He said, "You're just getting older. This is life." I didn't believe him. I went back to my village for New Year's. I stayed with my grandfather. He still lived the old way. No electricity, just candles and oil lamps. He woke up with the sun around 5 or 6 a.m. He went to sleep when it got dark, around 8 or 9 p.m. He was 82 years old, but he moved like a man of 50. I asked him, "How do you have so much energy?" He laughed. He said, "I don't have energy. The sun gives me energy. I just don't fight it." He explained something I had forgotten. Humans are solar machine. For our entire history, we woke with sunrise and slept with sunset. Our bodies evolved to sync with the sun. Every cell in your body has a clock inside it, timed to light and darkness. When you see bright light, especially blue light from the sun, your brain stops producing melatonin, the sleep hormone. It starts producing cortisol and serotonin, the wake-up hormones. You feel alert, energized, alive. When darkness comes, the opposite happens. Your brain detects the absence of blue light and starts flooding your body with melatonin. Your temperature drops, your heart rate slows, your body prepares for sleep. This is called your circadian rhythm. And when you fight it with artificial light, staying up late under bright LEDs and phone screens, you destroy this natural system. Your brain gets confused. It doesn't know if it's day or night. It produces the wrong hormones at the wrong times. The result, you lie in bed for 8 hours, but your sleep is shallow, broken, unrefreshing. You wake up tired because your body never fully committed to sleep. It was stuck in between, confused by mixed signals. My grandfather told me, "You think you are smarter than the sun. You are not. The sun has been doing this for 4 billion years. You've been doing it wrong for 20 years, and you wonder why you're broken." That night, I decided to test his theory. I turned off all the lights at sunset, around 8 p.m. I sat in darkness for 1 hour, just thinking, just breathing. By 9 p.m., I was naturally tired. I lay down on the futon and fell asleep immediately. I woke up at 5 a.m. before any alarm, before any light, feeling more rested than I had felt in years. I couldn't believe it. I had slept only 8 hours, same as in Tokyo, but the quality was completely different because I had synced with the sun. I came back to Tokyo and changed everything. I set a strict rule: no screens, no bright lights after 8 p.m. I bought dim orange bulbs for my apartment. I covered my windows with blackout curtains. I wore blue light blocking glasses if I needed to work late. And most importantly, I changed my sleep schedule. Instead of sleeping 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., I shifted to 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Same for hours, but aligned with darkness. The transformation was instant. My energy returned. My mind became sharp again. My mood lifted. I lost weight without changing my diet. And I only needed for hours because those 4 hours were aligned with my circadian rhythm. Here is what most people don't understand. The hours between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. are worth double. This is when your body produces the most growth hormone, when your brain cleans itself of toxins, when your cells repair most efficiently. Scientists call this the biological night. If you sleep 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., you get maybe 3 to 4 hours of high-quality restoration. If you sleep 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., you get maybe 1 hour of the same quality. The timing matters more than the duration. This is why I sleep 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. I capture the most powerful window of restoration. Then I wake up and start my day. By the time you wake up at 7 or 8 a.m., I've already been productive for 6 hours. But solar sync is not just about night. It's also about morning. The first light you see after waking up is critical. Every morning, within 30 minutes of waking, I go outside. Even if it's cloudy, even if it's raining, I stand outside for 10 minutes and let natural light hit my eye. Not through a window. Windows block the blue wavelengths you need. Direct outdoor light. This does 2 things. First, it stops melatonin production immediately. Your brain gets the signal. It's day. Time to be awake. Second, it sets your circadian clock for the next 24 hours. Your body knows, I saw light at 5 a.m., so I should be tired again around 9 p.m. Without this morning light, your circadian rhythm drifts. You start going to bed later and later, waking up later and later, until you're completely out of sync with the sun. This is why people who work night shifts, who never see morning sun, have higher rates of depression, obesity, cancer. Their bodies are fighting the sun and losing. I am 78 years old. I have more energy than most 30-year-olds. Why? Not because I'm special, because I obey the sun. You want to sleep less and feel better? Stop fighting nature. Sync with solar rhythm. Sleep during biological night. Wake with sunrise. Get morning light. Avoid artificial light after dark. This is the third rule. The sun is your master. Obey it, and you will thrive. Fight it, and you will suffer. But even perfect timing is not enough. The fourth and final rule. This is the one that makes everything else possible. This is the secret that most people will never accept. But now I tell you the rule that changes everything. The rule most people will refuse to follow, even though it is the most powerful. You must go to bed hungry, not starving, not suffering, but hungry, with an empty stomach. And you must not eat for at least 3 hours before sleep. Ideally for hours. I know what you're thinking, but I'm always told to never skip meal. Breakfast is the most important meal. I need food for energy. These are lies told by people who sell food. Let me explain what happens when you eat before sleep. When you put food in your stomach, your body must digest it. Digestion is hard work. Your stomach churns. Your intestines contract. Your liver processes nutrients. Your pancreas releases insulin. Blood rushes to your digestive system and away from your brain. All of this requires energy, lots of energy. And all of this happens while you're trying to sleep. So your body is trying to do two things at once: digest food and restore your brain and muscles. It cannot do both well. It's like asking a factory to manufacture products while also renovating the building. Everything becomes slower, less efficient. The result, your sleep is shallow. Your body temperature stays elevated because digestion creates heat. Your heart rate stays higher. Your brain can't enter the deepest stages of sleep because your body is busy processing that late dinner. You lie in bed for 8 hours, but you wake up feeling like you only slept 4 or 5. You feel heavy, bloated, unrested, and you think, I need more sleep. No, you need to stop eating before bed. I discovered this when I was 45. I had already learned compression sleep, strategic napping, and solar sync. But I was still eating dinner at 7 p.m., then going to bed at 9 p.m. Only 2 hours between eating and sleeping. 1 week, I got sick, stomach infection. I couldn't eat anything for 3 days. I thought I would feel weak, tired, terrible. But something strange happened. My sleep became incredibly deep. I would close my eyes and fall into darkness so complete, so total, that I wouldn't move once all night. I would wake up after 4 hours feeling more restored than I had ever felt. When I recovered and started eating again, my sleep got worse, lighter, more fractured. I realized the food was the problem, so I started experimenting. I pushed my last meal earlier and earlier. First, I tried eating dinner at 6 p.m., sleeping at 9 p.m. to 3 hours gap. Better. Then 5 p.m. dinner, 9 p.m. sleep, 4 hours gap. Even better. Now, I eat my last meal at 4 or 5 p.m. Nothing after that. Just water, maybe tea with no sugar. By the time I sleep at 9 p.m., my stomach is empty. My body has finished digesting. All the energy that would have gone to my stomach now goes to my brain, my muscles, my cells. The sleep I get is different, deeper, purer, more efficient. I don't move. I don't wake up. I drop into sleep like a stone into water, and I stay there until it's time to rise. But there's more. The empty stomach does something else, something almost magical. When you sleep with an empty stomach, your body enters a state called autophagy. This is a Japanese word. It means self-eating. Your cells start cleaning themselves, recycling damaged parts, removing waste and toxins. This is how your body heals itself. This is how it stays young. But autophagy only happens when you're not digesting food. If your stomach is full, your body is in building mode, taking in nutrients, storing energy, growing. If your stomach is empty, your body is in cleaning mode, removing waste, repairing damage, optimizing. Most people never enter cleaning mode. They eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Always digesting, always in building mode. Their cells accumulate damage over years, over decades. They age faster. They get sick easier. They die younger. I fast from 5 p.m. until 9 a.m. the next morning. That's 16 hours of fasting, with 4 hours of deep sleep in the middle. Every night, my body cleans itself. Every night, I get younger instead of older. People ask me, how do you look 60 when you're 78? This is how: the empty stomach protocol. Now, I know what you're thinking, but won't I be hungry? Won't I wake up in the middle of the night starving? At first, yes. For the first week, maybe 2 weeks, you will feel hunger. Your body is addicted to constant eating. It will complain. It will send you signals. Feed me now. Ignore these signals. They are not real hunger. They are habit. After 2 weeks, the signals stop. Your body adapts. You realize you don't need food at night. You realize hunger is just a feeling, not an emergency. And here's what most people never discover. Hunger makes you sharper. When your stomach is empty, your brain becomes more alert, more focused. This is evolution. When our ancestors were hungry, they needed to hunt, to find food, to solve problems. So the body releases hormones that sharpen the mind. I do my best thinking in the morning. After 16 hours of fasting, my mind is clear, fast, creative. People who eat big breakfasts, they get slow, foggy, tired. Their bodies are busy digesting, not thinking. There is one more benefit I must tell you. The empty stomach protocol makes you appreciate food in a way you never have before. When you fast for 16 hours, when you finally eat your first meal at 9 or 10 a.m., that food tastes like heaven. Every flavor is intense. Every texture is vivid. You eat slowly. You savor each bite. You feel gratitude. Most people eat unconsciously. They stuff food in their mouths while watching TV, scrolling phones, talking. They don't even taste it. They're never truly hungry, so they're never truly satisfied. I eat 1 or 2 meals a day, between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's it. And I enjoy those meals more than most people enjoy food in their entire lives. This is the 4th rule, the final rule. The rule that makes all the others work. Sleep with an empty stomach. Fast for at least 16 hours. Let your body clean itself every night. Stop eating unconsciously and start eating with intention. Do this, and your 4 hours of sleep will feel like 10 hours. Your energy will be endless. Your mind will be sharp. your body will age slower. These for rules: compression sleep, strategic napping, solar sync, and empty stomach. This is the complete system. This is how I sleep for hours and outwork everyone. You can choose to follow these rules, or you can choose to keep sleeping 8 hours and waking up tired. The choice is yours. But I will tell you this: I have followed this system for 40 years. I am 78 years old. I work in the rice fields 6 hours a day. I have never been sick. I have never needed a doctor. I wake up every morning feeling like I am 30 years old. This is not genetics. This is not luck. This is the system. And now, the system is yours. I told him, nature is not fair or unfair. Nature is just efficient. You can fight against your body and suffer, or you can work with your body and thrive. I chose to thrive.
That was 3 months ago. Since that day, I followed his system exactly. I sleep 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. I take a 20-minute nap at 2 p.m. I watch the sunrise every morning. I stop eating at 5 p.m. 4 hours of sleep, that's it. And I have never felt more alive. My productivity has tripled. My mind is sharper than it's been in years. I wake up without an alarm, without grogginess, without that desperate reach for coffee. The elder was right. This isn't about sleeping less, it's about sleeping perfectly. I know what you're thinking. This sounds extreme, this sounds hard. It's not. What's hard is spending 8 hours in bed and still waking up exhausted. What's hard is living in a fog, drinking caffeine to survive, dragging yourself through each day. The elder's system isn't extreme. It's efficient. It's elegant. It's what your body was designed to do before modern life broke it. You have the 4 rules now: compression, strategic naps, solar sync, empty stomach. The question is, will you use them? Or will you keep fighting your own biology, wondering why you're always tired? The unfair advantage is yours. Don't waste it. Before you go, if this video just changed the way you think about sleep, do me one favor. Hit that subscribe button, because I'm not done interrogating lazy masters who've cracked the code on life's biggest challenges. Next week, I'm tracking down a lazy monk who meditates for 10 minutes but gets the same benefits most people get from 2 hours. You won't want to miss it. And if you think someone in your life needs to see this, someone who's always tired, always reaching for coffee, always complaining they don't have enough time, share this video with them. This system could change their life, literally. Finally, hit that like button. It tells YouTube, show this to more people who need it. And honestly, most people desperately need this. The elder gave us his secrets. The least we can do is spread them. I'll see you in the next one. Now, go get some real sleep.